We have a John Deere 4850 hood in for repair. The problem with it is this handle. This handle is the handle you would grab as you climb the ladder to get up into the tractor. So it would start out overhead, and as you pull down on it, and as everybody has pulled down on it over the years to get in, it has pulled the handle down, cracks through the hood. So you can see it's tucked in on the bottom side even more. And then we've got these spider cracks going out, not just on one end, but both ends. The other thing is we've got some cracks starting right here. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 that need TIG welded up. So we're going to take this handle off of here. I'm going to TIG weld all the cracks shut. We're going to blend those in. And then we're going to add some reinforcement to the back side of this hood here to stabilize the sheet metal around this hole on both sides. Weld that on, and then we should be able to bolt the handle back on. When we are done with this repair, this hood is not going to be as good as new. It's going to be better than new.
I'm pulling off the handle with this 3/8 M12 driver. I love that tool. And the metal was wrinkled, so I'm straightening out between two sledgehammers a little bit before I weld it. Now I'm cleaning off with a wire brush. I'm cleaning off the paint and debris around the area so it makes it nice for welding. On these cracks right here, I wasn't able to get the wire wheel to take the paint off on the inside edge. So I'll weld the outside first. That'll burn the paint on the inside, and I can take it off with a hand wire brush later. After the first bit of TIG welding on that, I will get out the flap disc and I will level the area. And if there's any little cracks or inconsistencies, I'll handle those. Here we are taking the zinc off a couple washers we're going to weld on for reinforcement. You can take zinc off something that is galvanized, hot dip galvanized, just by putting in muriatic acid like that. It sounds like you're frying it. It actually starts bubbling like you just dropped it into hot oil. But it pulls that zinc coating right off there, which is awesome because it'll make a mess if you try to weld on it. Now, I may have welded those a little bit too fast and got too much heat because I got a little bit of heat warpage right there on the hood, so I'm straightening that out before we put the reinforcement plates on the outside of the hood. Here I am bending them just a little bit to contour to the hood shape, and now I'm just welding short little sections, maybe ½ inch or so at a time, keeping my heat as low as possible, still getting good connection to each piece of metal. Once all those are done, I'm cleaning up there with a wire brush and final drilling that hole to 3/8. We cut those out on the CNC table, and so the inside of the hole isn't going to be exactly round.
You'll see where I welded the reinforcement plate on the outside of the hood. The weld burns through a little bit, even though I was just doing short little tiny passes. This material is not very thick, and so the heat goes right through it. So we put this washer, this reinforcement washer, on the back, and it looked like that on the front afterwards. And then we ground that down, put our reinforcement plate over the top on the outside of the hood, and did this so that this ends up being on the inside, not the outside. This handle is stronger than it ever was from the factory, I would wager to guess. Got some nice little welds going around here. Once this is painted green again, which is supposed to get repainted, it's gonna look awesome.